Is this thing on? Oh, wait. This is a YouTube video. That's better. Now we're rolling.
Because you didn't do said thing. And it's like, maybe if I set my goals to be this astronomical thing, that it'll just hurt so freaking much when I don't achieve that thing.
In your bedroom, in your wallpaper, there's a quote that said, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you fall short, you'll land among the stars." And my advice to you is to don't let the fear of something that feels unsurmountable, like, stop you from making progress towards that thing. Like this YouTube series, like, neither of us really know what we're doing at all. The angle's probably bad, the lighting's bad, background's bad, all that thing. But I feel like along the way, we'll learn things, we'll get better, and I think that's the fun in it. So I think, looking back, like 5 years from now, we're going to be looking at how, like, naive and, like, stupid that our younger selves are. And I think that's a cool thing, and it's going to be fun to see the progress we make along the way. It's funny that I remember that quote, just because I feel like that might be the only quote I know. I've never really liked quotes because, like, they can always contradict each other, and a lot of the times it's not really about the quote itself, but just applying it to your situation and thinking critically about it. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why I have a slight problem with Jordan Peterson, is because I think a lot of people don't think critically for themselves a lot of the time and apply his teachings kind of to themselves. I think they see this smart philosopher guy. He's objectively smart. He subjectively says some really insightful things. But I think when people don't think critically for how it applies to themselves, it can be detrimental because they take what somebody says for fact. And this kind of leads into the topic of AI too, because I think the same thing applies. I think for somebody to use AI effectively, they have to kind of think critically in how it can be applied to their situation. I think it is a kind of a revolutionary new invention that's going to change kind of the definition of what's possible. But so did things like the car or plane. They kind of changed what's possible. And I think that there's a lot of really exciting things to look forward to, as there are a lot of things to be wary of, in the same way where a car, you need to have it safety tested, you need to have crash dummies, you need to make sure that the car engine doesn't explode. I think those precautions that need to be put in place need to be put in place in the field of artificial intelligence early and pretty strictly. So for my job, within the last week or two, we did a hackathon, and what that is kind of like, you get the freedom to work on your own project. And the project I actually chose to do was incorporating AI into making the lives of our customers easier. And I don't know what I'm technically allowed to go into, so I'm going to be very vague about it. But it just saved kind of like our customers 30 seconds of time to a minute and a half of time, for each time they use it. And they can, for depending on the customer, they can use it upwards of thousands of times. And I think that's objectively a good thing. In the same way a car gets you to your destination faster, it kind of increases what's possible, and it is a good thing in that way, I think. Although I do think that I also sometimes feel kind of existential, oh gosh, am I contributing to the downfall of society? Who knows? Wish me luck. And you asked me to use this crayon tool where it auto-generates an image, and after doing this, I have now decided that I am no longer leading to the downfall of society, which is a good thing. As you can see here, we have some lovely capybaras wearing dripped out Gucci in Miami. What is not to love about that? Nothing. You're saying how kind of life just feels like a juggling act, like mental health, physical health, friendship, social life, spiritual life, whatever. And it is kind of like that, but I think it's really important to be well-rounded. And I think it's important to just make progress towards each of those little things you're juggling whenever you're feeling up for it. Even in this video, I don't know, this is me an hour ago from when I started. I made dinner, stuff in the background might have changed, but I'm using the clips from the first part since before dinner, after. And so I was making progress towards this video, even though it wasn't finished in completion. I think that progress that you got to feel good about. You can't feel bad and beat yourself up about not being done if you've made progress towards it. And I feel like for the first video, I haven't really explained who I am, but so be it. This is my video. If you keep watching the future videos for the next 5 years or so, you'll probably have a pretty good idea of who I am by then. So, yeah, I'm in no rush. Gosh, one of the things I want to get better at is speaking with personality. Like, it feels so awkward talking in front of a camera. I really hope I can get better at that. We'll see. And there is so much I want to say, but it's already getting late. But I really like this idea. I think we should do it maybe weekly. That seems doable. Maybe like 3-minute videos or 10-minute videos, whatever, depending on the day. Yeah, I'm on board. I'm for it. And this seems related, but my question for you, Troy, is would you rather be okay at everything, good at quite a few things, great at some things, fantastic at a few things, or a master at one thing? Or just what are your thoughts on that question? Feel free to use it as a starting point for other topics. But yeah, see you, bro.